So how would you feel if your child got pregnant at like 16?
How would I feel? That's a good question. She wouldn't have the baby.
She wouldn't?
No.
I feel the same way. I'm like, all right. It depends. Like, if she's crying and dying to have this kid,
No.
yeah, I can't do it. I just can't. I'm gonna be like, listen, it's gonna be the terrible life. Don't
You
do
don't
it.
have to catch a body that day.
No, you can't hurt the boy because
I'm not
like,
talking about the boy. I was talking about the baby.
damn. Well, since you put it like that, yeah, we blending that baby right up in the blender. There.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of the All Black Podcast. As you see, my guy Saalim not here with us, but he gonna be back for the next episode.
Where he at?
Just working.
Oh, okay, I get that. Yeah.
He got his CDL.
Oh, that's what's up.
So he just out there driving.
Okay.
But yeah, he'll be on for the next one.
All right.
But today we're joined by a very special guest.
I am Lisa with the visa.
With the passport.
Yeah, so I am a travel enthusiast, travel journalist. I have a website. I write about my experience with travel. Also, I have a YouTube. I just uploaded literally like 5 days ago my Dubai trip. I went to Dubai for 6 days. I booked a trip through Travel Goddess. She's actually originated from Philly. Like, she's a travel agent in Philly, and she just blew up. She was on Fox. She was on a whole bunch of different news outlets. And she had a deal for Dubai for $1,200, round trip ticket and hotel. So
Damn.
I was like, why not?
Right.
And me and my coworker, we decided we was gonna go. She just was like, you wanna go? I'm like, shit, why not? We put the money down. We just went.
That's fire. So, just outside of Dubai, where else have you been?
I've been to like about 14 countries. I've been to Jamaica, Mexico, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Aruba, Grand Cayman, Morocco, London, France, Spain, Carousel, and Turks and Caicos.
Hey.
Yeah, I've been to like, basically, I started off traveling to everywhere in the Caribbean. So I got my passport. I was 23. It was the year I graduated college. And I was like, I want to travel because I'm tired of just sitting in the house and doing the same stuff. I was in school, trap. And then I got my passport that June. And my first trip was with coworkers because my friends don't have passports. So I was at work and this girl had just came back from Dubai. She was a little older than me. I was 23, she had to be like 28, a little older. Right. And she was like telling me like, oh, if you travel, this and that. And I'm like, I want to do that. I thought it was so expensive. And my first trip was only $1,200 and it was 7 days, 6 nights in the Dominican Republic. And DR is like probably like the cheapest country to travel to. It's like perfect for beginner travelers, I think, because it's not too expensive. It's easy to get around. Yeah, it's not a lot of...
How much are you spending once you get there?
So for me, I like to do all-inclusive hotels and resorts when I go to the Caribbean. The Caribbean seems to be the only place that really has that. Okay. So if you go to the Caribbean, I would stay at an all-inclusive just for like your first time. And then like, you know, if you go there again, maybe get an Airbnb, might be a little bit different. But I like the all-inclusive because once you get there, the most I spent, I think, was $300, and that was because I swam with the sharks, I swam with dolphins, and I went horseback riding. Like, I did things, so that's why I was paying more.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not. I think, like, a lot of people, if you listen to my podcast, people can get ideas on how to save money. Like, there's ways to fly for free, get certain credit cards. So every time you go to a restaurant or you go to get food, use your credit card, don't use your debit card. And that's miles added. And you get to a certain amount of miles, you get a free flight and stuff like that. It's like a rewards program. And also with rewards like hotel programs, if people sign up for certain hotel programs, you know, you stay a certain amount of time, you get free travel. So it's like little travel hacks. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be free. It can be cheap. Gotcha. And, you know, go on YouTube and you can, like, look at different ways to hack into, like, traveling.
I just started travel. Well, I just traveled for the first time, like, ever in my life. I never been on a plane until last month. never even stepped foot in the airport
Oh my
until
gosh.
last month.
I mean, it's a first time for everybody.
Yeah.
Well, where'd you go?
I went to Vegas for my birthday.
Oh, dang. I never been there. That is actually, Travel Goddess has a deal for Vegas right now for $265.
For
Flight
what?
and hotel for Vegas. I'm actually going to probably go with my
I'm about to hit
coworkers.
her up.
Yeah, it's on Instagram. You just go on her page. Yeah, Travel Goddess.
Travel Goddess. I gotta hit her up.
She has so
But
many
yeah,
different deals.
my girlfriend had flew me out to Vegas for my birthday.
That's nice. How long did you stay?
How long did I stay? The 14th to the 17th, 18th.
Oh, okay. And what did you guys do there?
The first night we just stayed in Vegas, just get that little Vegas experience or whatever.
Was it like a hotel or Airbnb?
Yeah, we stayed at the Link.
Okay.
It's this hotel called the Link down there. And when I first got there, as soon as we stepped off the airplane, nothing but slot machines.
Oh, really? In the airport?
In the entire airport.
That is cool.
Filled with slot machines.
Yeah, I've never been to Vegas, so I'm like super excited to go.
Vegas, like gambling is a part of Vegas.
Yeah,
You can't escape gambling.
I know people that went to college in Vegas and they got lost in that life, unfortunately.
So first night we just did like the Vegas Strip and all that. Stay at the Link. And then after that we drove to Joshua Tree. And we got an Airbnb out there. That Airbnb was fire. It was like this big house on top of a hill.
Oh, wow.
And the hill was like super steep. So it was like,
So if you fall off of it,
if you fall off of it, then you might as well just.
Damn, I'll be too scared to like stay somewhere like that, because I'll be thinking
No, it was secluded and all that. Yeah, it was a real nice Airbnb. That joint was fire. But yeah, the driveway, it was like the driveway was split into two.
like a fort.
Yeah, like a fork.
Okay.
And then whatever way you go.
How big was the house?
It was like a mini mansion almost.
Wow.
Yeah. It had like a built-in hot tub, in like the
cool.
vestibule area, and then the vestibule area split off to like you keep going straight to the living room or take a left or a right to either one of the bedrooms, and then in the middle was like a big hot tub.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So how did it feel for your first time getting on a plane?
Honestly, it wasn't that bad. It was not what I expected it to be.
What did you expect?
I don't know.
That's like the safest way to travel.
The only thing I can compare to it is like being on Amtrak. That's what it feels like to me.
On the train.
On a train.
I never
on
took
Amtrak train.
I don't think I've ever taken an Amtrak train, so maybe. Yes, I have. I took one from London to Paris, but I fell asleep the whole time, so I don't know how that felt.
But that's how being on the airplane feel to me though.
Yeah, but then you flew 5 hours, right?
Yeah, 5 hours.
Yeah, so. Cause
And I was
to
up
LA
the whole
before.
time.
You was up. I don't know.
Yeah.
See, I go to sleep. If it's anything over 3 hours, I'm going to sleep. I'm not staying.
I mean, my first time on a plane, I was not going to sleep.
Why? You were scared?
Probably just anxious. Yeah.
Did your girl go to sleep?
So she didn't. Well, she lives there in Vegas.
Oh, she lives in Vegas.
Yeah, so I went out to her, but she flew back with me when I came back.
So how'd you guys meet if she lives in Vegas?
Right. So my homie Rose, he was there for Juniper St.
The video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He had invited both of us to come to his music studio where he work at.
Okay.
To come help him paint this new photography studio that he set up.
Oh, cool. That's what's up.
And then me and her just happened to both be there.
Oh.
Because she's one of his friends.
Is she from here though?
Yeah, she's from.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, how he know her?
She was just visiting. She just happened to be visiting.
And she moved to Vegas. How did she like it living in Vegas?
I feel like she likes it for the most part. It's just expensive,
of
as
course,
you would imagine.
West Coast. I would think Vegas.
And then the heat is insane.
Yes, it's a desert, isn't it?
But outside of that, Vegas.
Would you ever live there?
Would I ever live there? I can see myself living there, as a retired man.
Who wants to
But as
retire in
young-
Vegas? You're supposed to do it when you're young.
No, Vegas is not for young people.
You don't think so?
Not to live
Because you can
there.
get swallowed up in the.
It's just too expensive. It's way too expensive just to be a young boy living there. But if you like already like
See, New
established and all
Jersey is
that,
expensive, and I feel like, that's probably the same. Because like
Jersey and
being
Vegas,
here,
nah, it's not the same.
I mean, maybe not the same, but I don't know.
It's 1,000 times cleaner. Like
I can see
compared to
that.
Philly.
I can see that. I mean, that's not really hard to do, but Vegas.
No.
I mean, I've never been to Vegas, but from what I've heard, it's like it is expensive.
I
but
feel like it's a retirement city.
I gotta go there because I can't imagine people retiring.
It's empty.
Yeah, they actually
outside
have
the strip
like
is
2
nothing.
schools in Nevada.
Outside of the strip is
Well,
nothing.
yeah, and outside of the strip, like Nevada itself would be a good retirement. But,
Yeah.
but like Vegas, the city, I wouldn't retire there. I don't think I would want to live in Vegas either. But
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, if I'm retired and established and all that, then yeah,
it'd be cool to like have a residency there,
yeah,
like Drake and all them, how they be having that. That's kind of nice.
right.
So that's cool. So that was your first time. So the first time you flew was by yourself.
Was by myself.
That was the first time I flew too. It was by myself. So, and I sat in the wrong seat. I sat in first class because I didn't know that like we had assigned seats. I thought it was like Southwest. So in case you don't know, Southwest, they don't have assigned seats. It's first come, first serve. So if you ever book with them, make sure you stand in the front of the line so you can pick your seat first. Because people start running on there and you be thinking like, yeah, I'm like, what? That's so ghetto.
Yeah, because on my joint, I flew Spirit, and then it was like sections, like they call your sections.
Yeah. So like most planes are like that, like except for Southwest. Like Americans like that, Delta. I mean, me, I don't care what section you call because I'm gonna go first. Period. They don't care.
Yeah, they don't even check.
They really don't care. Yeah, I'll be like group 3 and I'll go right with group 1 because I'm tired of waiting. I've one time missed my flight because I had my headphones on and I was like listening to this podcast and I fucking didn't even hear them call my damn thing. So
I saw that.
yeah, I was.
Wait, so
pissed.
what happens when you miss a flight?
When I missed mine, they just can rebook it for free.
Oh,
I got mine rebooked the next day, but that's because they didn't have any more flights for the rest of the day.
Gotcha.
So, and then I missed my flight the first time ever in Atlanta. Atlanta airport is like the worst airport to get through. You gotta actually be there 2 hours early. Like Philly, I get through Philly in no time. Like I'm the person that gets to the airport an hour before the plane takes off and make it through.
I get there. Well, not I get there, but
I
got there like
2 hours early.
maybe three.
Oh no.
It was my first time, so I just wanted to be ready.
Yeah, that's too many hours because you don't even need that. Once you get through TSA, you're done.
Yeah, and then that joint was fast as hell.
TSA is way faster than it used to be. Prior to the pandemic, I felt like TSA took like 45 minutes to get through. Now, TSA, they must have hired more people.
The most nerve-wracking part about flying is making sure your bag fit in the joint.
Oh, yeah. If you're doing a carry-on.
Yeah.
That's the one thing. So Spirit, I don't like that, like, because like I'll fly Spirit because they cheap. Like my flight to Miami was $25 on Spirit. Hell yeah, I'm taking Spirit. I don't care. People will be like, oh, I'm not. Like some of my friends, they don't want to fly Spirit. I'm like, why are you so bougie? Like all you do is get there. Yes, it does not matter. Like I'm not flying Spirit to Dubai, but like in the U.S., I flew Spirit to Puerto Rico, and the plane for Spirit to Puerto Rico was way bigger than the plane to Spirit. Like when I go to Atlanta and stuff, I don't know why. I did Spirit to L.A. and it was fun. I mean, it is more cramped. I do like Delta the most probably because it's like more space. It's so nice. And Delta also feeds you and stuff. Like Spirit's ghetto. They just let you be hungry the whole time. But Delta gives you drinks and all that stuff. Delta.
I know food on Spirit is expensive as hell.
Yes, expensive. Like
that joint is more expensive than the flight.
Yeah. That's the one thing. It's like Spirit when you book the flights be cheap. So like my Miami trip was $25 to go to Miami. So I'm like okay because I travel in the off season. I don't like traveling now. It's too expensive. But like in the off season I'll go like October, November, and it's like $25 to go to Miami and it's still hot there. And the carry-on bag is like $70. But my flight was $25. Why is my carry-on bag $70? Why is my check bag $80? But that's why I like to fly American because it's like it's a little more expensive, but their check bags is always $30. And you get a free carry-on with them. You can bring a carry-on and not have to worry about it. So I usually go through American But I will take Spirit if it's cheap enough deals. It's not.
So what's your favorite airline to take?
Probably Delta, American, only because like I have like miles with them, but probably Delta. Like I want to be at Delta Sky Lounge. Remember one day? I mean, it ain't hard to be. You just got paid $1,200.
Yeah.
But one day I was like, I'll do that because once you start getting into that, like I'll go to the airport early because you get massages for free, food for free, and stuff.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, so it's not that bad. But other than that, nah. But I would say try American or Delta. Spirit is cool.
One of my goals is to try every airline. Just to experience it.
You probably won't ever try it. You know how many airlines is out there?
I know.
It's like 1 million. Literally. Like it's
well,
so
I'm gonna say
try at least 10.
I'm gonna try the majority.
Cause they got like British Airlines, you got freaking Slovakia Airlines, like it's like weird ass airlines.
Like the main jaunts, I'm gonna try.
All right, the main American ones, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Delta, American, JetBlue. If you fly out of JFK, it's cheaper to go places. So I'll be like sometimes thinking about flying out of there. I'm probably gonna fly to JFK to go to Egypt because flying out of Philly costs too much. It's like $1,200. Flying out of JFK is $300.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a difference. You gotta go to like a main hub. Like Philly is not a main hub. It's like
not?
like JFK is a main hub. I want to say Boston's a main hub. LAX, Los Angeles. Like there's certain ones that fly. Philly is a main hub from American Airlines. That's their like each airline in the country. Well, like major hub has a thing like in Atlanta, there's this Delta. So when you go through Atlanta's airport, you're going to see Delta, Delta, Delta. In Philly, you see American. You probably didn't notice it, but you see a lot of American Airlines stuff because that's their hub.
I didn't notice it.
Yeah, it's in Philly, is their hub. I think Baltimore's hub is Southwest. Like, so it's a lot south, like, you know.
Gotcha.
So basically, it's cheaper to fly with American out of Philly than it would be to fly Delta out of Philly. And it's cheaper to fly Delta out of Atlanta than it would be cheaper than to fly American out of Atlanta.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. It's like once you start to understand it, it's like, oh yeah, you start to like learn how to hack the system and get cheaper. That's why I'm able to travel because I'm like, oh no, I'll be getting the cheaper deals.
Right.
You get sometimes put your flight on layaway.
You can do that?
I never did it, but I will if I have to. I will. I thought about it. Like I might do that because that's like another way to fly cheap.
Right.
I don't
Just pay it off over
it's
time.
girl math.
Girl math?
Girl math. Pay for your trip ahead of time, and it's technically free when it comes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's how we look at it.
But you gotta book it like well in advance though for it to even matter like that.
Yeah, like I booked my trip a year in advance. I mean, Egypt isn't going to be a year in advance. I'm going in November, and I'm probably going to book it like next week. But usually I do a year in advance. I'm going to Vietnam. My best friend is getting married, so I'm like I made an honor her wedding. So I'm probably going to book that flight.
She getting married in Vietnam?
Yeah, her husband's Vietnamese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he's from. I know he's not from
wedding.
America. He's from Vietnam, but he lives in America. They live in Westchester, Pennsylvania.
How much is that flight? What, 12 cents?
Yeah, it might be like $1,200, like probably for that for round trip. But I'm thinking about like, cause the flight is like 24 hours. I don't think I can do that. I might have to stop at some countries and, you know, stay there for a few days and then continue cause like the Dubai flight was 15 hours and that was like the worst flight ever. Like I took 3 Tylenols. I kept trying to go to sleep. I mean, I went to sleep for majority.
15 straight?
Yes. 15 hours straight. From Newark Airport, I flew from PHL to Newark, and then from Newark, I went to Dubai straight. I didn't have any layovers, so that was literally, yeah. But it was worth it. Like seeing Dubai was definitely worth it. Best country to visit if you're like by yourself. There's no crime there. You can leave your wallet on the street, and it will still be in there 5 days later. No one's gonna pick it up. No one's gonna do anything.
Don't they hate women?
No. Honestly, I have been very respected by the men in Dubai. They were so nice to me. Like they never said anything. Now the women in Dubai almost got arrested twice. And to curse a bitch out, she called the cops on me in Dubai. But yeah, other than that, it was nice. Like the women are a little more aggressive, but the men are like respectful. Like they don't say nothing. They make sure you're safe. Like I didn't feel like threatened. I would ask questions, they would answer. They weren't rude.
Right.
So I think like Dubai is like a little bit different than what people think. I thought it was going to be like you can't wear certain clothes, you can't. No,
Right.
they don't care. I had 2-piece bathing suit on. I had on like a crop top. Like, they don't give a fuck. As long as you're not committing a crime, like you can't smoke weed there, you can't, can't get drunk in public, you can't do indecent exposure. But it's a very chill, relaxed country too. Like, I wouldn't like go out on the streets and twerk on the street and do what you would do like in Vegas, for instance. Like, you go get arrested. So it's like, for that, it's like, it's a nice country to visit, but it's not like, if you trying to turn up, I don't know, you can turn up in Dubai, but it's not.
It's just a time and place for it.
Yeah, it's like you gotta go to the clubs and stuff, but it's alright.
Is it expensive there?
Yes, extremely expensive. Dubai is literally what they say. It's expensive, and it is. Like, when I was in Dubai, I spent probably $1,000, and I was only there for 6 days.
That's crazy.
I had to pay for like the perfumes, the taxi cabs. Luckily, you can get a cab anytime, anywhere. Like, they literally wait for you outside the hotel. Once you go outside, you going anywhere? They'll be like, yeah. We give them whatever address we're going to. They'll pay for it, and then after they pay, then we'll pay for it. After we pay for it, they'll ask us, do they want us to come back at what time? Like, we don't ever gotta find a ride or nothing. I like that. Unlike Europe, that was literally like catching Uber. Well, I caught public transportation in Europe. So I went with a group of girls, and we had a tour director, and she taught us how to catch the trains in each country we went to.
Right.
So in London, it was easy catching the trains, English. It got hard in France. Can't understand. And then people don't speak English as like much in France, so it's like, oh damn. Trying to figure out how to get. I got lost for an hour on a train. Damn. Spain, I don't even think I really attempted too much to try to even catch the subway and train in Spain. I just Ubered. But with Ubering, like here in America, if you Uber, and say if it's 5 of us, so then the driver pulls up, you might squish 4 people in the back. You know what I'm saying? Then get in. Right. No, out there, no, they won't. It's literally against the law. They'll stop you in the middle if you try to squeeze us in. They're like, no, it has to be 3 people in the back. So there are rules out there, and they also have like what we would call unlawful traffic stops. So like here, the police can't pull you over unless they have a reason. There, they can pull you over just because, just because they want to pull you over. So, I mean, here that happens to black people, but there happens to everyone.
Just a regular Monday there.
Yeah. If you have drugs on you, damn.
So what's the next 5 countries you want to go to?
Egypt, of course. I want to go to Japan. I do want to go to Thailand.
Okay.
Honestly, I want to go everywhere. I do want to go to Turkey. That was like a top for me, and then it started slowly like dwindling down. And Greece. Greece is definitely a top. I was actually supposed to go there, but I'm thinking we'll do Egypt instead. Greece is only good during the summer though. Like going in off season, you're not going to be able to experience Greece because it gets cold there. It's not hot. So I like to go to places that are like places that get cold here. Like I want to go visit more states. I've been to more countries than I've been to states. So like a goal of mine is to go to Vegas. I want to go to New Orleans, and I want to go to Nashville, and I want to go to Houston. But I want to go to Houston just to eat. Houston looks so like I'm like trying. And Arizona has like certain retreats and stuff I want to like go to.
Oh, and the food in Vegas is trash.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I pictured that. West Coast food, I heard, is not like all that.
Yeah, that's
like in Cali, the food was okay. It wasn't. You could have went to Cali too. It's like 20 minutes.
We did.
Oh, you guys did go to Cali?
Yeah. Well, Joshua Street is.
Oh, Joshua Street's in Cali.
Yeah.
What part of Cali is it?
It's like I think it's south. Yeah, I think it's in the south of Cali.
Like,
I'm not sure though.
Oh, okay.
I know it's like 3 hours away from Vegas.
Yeah, so that's probably like Santa Monica or it wasn't LA?
No.
It wasn't LA, so it probably was like, yeah. I heard San Diego's playing. When I went to LA looked like Philly with palm trees, so I was kind of disappointed. It's like, imagine just this and a palm tree right there. This literally looks like LA. I went to the BET Awards years ago, and I was like so excited to like go to LA because I always want to live in California. I mean, I still want to live in California. I still probably am gonna. You said ew?
I don't like Cali.
I have this weird connection to Cali, and I mean, for me, a lot of it stems from film. Obviously, like, you know, so much. I wouldn't say easier to get into the film, but it's like constant work out there. So it's like, all right, I like it for that, but I do like the weather. The weather is dry heat. Like, it's humidity right now. We don't got that in Cali.
Yeah, that's how it is in Vegas. It get hot, but it's not humid.
Yes, yeah. I think the west part of that is like a Mediterranean climate. That's kind of what they call it. But it's like dry heat. So like at night, was it cold?
Yeah, it got chilly at night.
Yeah, that's how it was in LA. Like at night, we had to buy hoodies. And I brought like all shorts and stuff because everybody's like, Cali's hot. And I'm like, all right. Then it was hot. And then at night, I was like, damn, it's kind of cold.
Right.
Yeah, so, I mean, I still would live in Cali though. It's just too expensive, that's all.
The West Coast is just expensive, period.
It is. So you're more of an East Coast person?
Well, I only been in one other place, so I can't really say.
You been to two? Vegas and Cali?
That don't count, though.
Yeah, it does. It still counts. I mean...
I gotta go to more places on the West Coast.
Yeah, you gotta just go, like, I mean, the West Coast ain't for everyone. I know a lot of people that don't. Like, my family, they don't care for it. Like, some of our family went there, and they're like, why do you want to live there? Like, it sucks over there. But to me, it's like Seattle. The weather. The what?
Seattle.
Seattle, what?
Yeah.
Why? It's rainy as hell there.
I just always wanted to go.
Oh, you want to visit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, not live there.
No, not live.
Yeah, visiting Seattle's probably lit. I could see Seattle and the city being lit. I could see it being like Philly. I find it so funny when I'm in travel groups and people want to come to Philly. They're like, I'm in Philly, what is there to do? I'm like, why you want to come here? But then I'm like, yo, Philly when you travel, yeah, that's the thing. People, like, it's because we're from here. Well, I'm not necessarily from here, but, you know, I'm from the area. And, like, I don't know. I got used to living in Philly when I was a kid, and then I moved to Jersey, but it's like, I think people want to go to Jersey. Why? But a lot of people want to come to Philly.
Jersey, I don't know.
Jersey
doesn't,
because of the
beach.
That's the main thing. That's the only reason why people always want to come. But I'm like, I hate the beaches in Jersey, so I don't go to them. Yeah. Like, my friends always want to go to Atlantic City and all them. Wow, I'm not doing that. I don't like the sand.
That's because you live there.
No, it's because honestly, I've experienced better. Like, the beaches in Jersey are not beaches. Miami is the best beach I've been to in the world. Miami Beach is my favorite beach.
I don't care about Miami.
You went to Miami?
I've never been there before.
Well,
I don't care for it.
That's
probably one of the last places I will ever go.
I will say it's not like a place that's it's not one of those places that it's kind of overrated. I want to say, like, someone who have been there, we've seen on TV a million times, but I actually like Miami. But it's not like I wouldn't be like, yo, this is about to be the trip of my life. And I just like to go there because of the beach and the food they got there, and it's nice. Like, it's really nice looking, and the beaches are like my favorite beaches. Crystal clear water. Like, the beach in Dubai was trash because it was too hot. It was like getting into a hot tub. I was pissed. Ew. I'm trying to cool off, and it's like, what?
Right.
And
was the water clear?
No, it was too hot. No, it was foggy because it was so hot. It looked like mud.
That's crazy.
I didn't like it. The sand was hot as hell. Everything was hot. That's what I'm saying. Miami was my favorite beach, and I've been to so many different beaches. I mean, Puerto Rico, I didn't really get
to the Caribbean and Miami.
Yeah, Miami is my favorite. I've been to the Caribbean. Miami is my favorite beach until that's been proven otherwise. Mexico Beach was nice. Dominican Republic. I mean, granted, I haven't been to every beach on these countries, so maybe I just went to a trash beach there. It's like somebody coming to America and then going to Atlantic City and be like, I hate the beaches in America. Like, of course you hate it. You went to Atlantic City.
Right, yeah.
So maybe it's the beaches I went to, but so far, Miami, I like to pick up sand and it comes through my hands. I don't want to hold it like a mud pie like in Atlantic City. I just, I'm not a fan of Atlantic City.
You know they're building a beach here, right?
Not in Philly, they can't.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
I do not believe that.
I'm promise you they're building a beach.
I'm going to have to look that up.
It's going to be right next to
the river?
Yeah, 30th Street Station.
I would never go on that. That man this is going to be, that water going to be brown as hell.
I mean, a beach is a beach.
It's so funny because, like, when I'm here in America, I'll be, like, shitting on everything. But when I go out of the country and somebody talk about, who Don't we talking about, like, somebody said something about Philly, and I was like, don't we talk about Philly? And I'm like, yo, when I'm here, I'm like, fuck that. But when you go away, it's like, nah, don't we talk about America.
Right.
Like, they be, like, talking shit.
Yeah, actually, what do, like, the foreigners say about America?
They say that, like, we're dumb. We're not dumb. They question our intelligence because we voted for Trump.
Okay.
They always bring up Trump, and I'm like, listen, I didn't vote for him, so I don't know. I just live here. That's all I can say. I just live here.
Right.
I mean, whatever they do, they do. Presidents don't really change me. I mean, I ain't really changed because of a president.
Right.
But yeah, they say that depending on the country, they think we're rich. A lot of people in the Caribbean think we're rich. They think that Americans travel a lot and we have all this expendable money.
Well,
and
that's
it's
because
like,
their economy is shit.
yeah, exactly. So it's like, nah, it's not like that at all. And we don't, we be struggling for our lives too. The economy is fucked up. They don't be giving us no money.
It's just cheaper to live there than here.
Yeah, it's just cheaper to live there than here, and we have better infrastructure on buildings, and like they don't even have doors in some. Like in DR, I had rode through a village, and the village didn't have any doors. Like the babies were drinking out of bottles with mud in it, like brown water at the bottom.
That's insane.
They were like hounding me for money because like $1 American is like 50 pesos or something.
Damn.
So they was like, I was just giving out money to the kids, like here for like a princess. Here, money. Like
making it rain on poor.
Yeah, that's how I was making it rain on them. So I was like, yeah, I like this. I could live like a queen in the Dominican Republic. My cousin actually lived there and she hated it, so I don't know. I mean, my goal is to like live for 1 year somewhere, and I would want to do it before I have children, but if I have kids, I wouldn't mind taking them and living somewhere else because I'm so afraid to raise my kids here because of the shootings and
What,
like
Philly
the school.
or America?
Well, in America, not necessarily Philly, but like in America, no matter what part you're going to, people getting shot up, kids is getting killed. Like I can't. I just that gives me anxiety. And luckily for us up north, that doesn't really happen. That's usually a southern thing. But it can happen up here. So it's like,
right.
I just be so worried. But then again, it's like, I'm from here. This is what I know. But I follow a few girls that raise their kids in different countries, and they seem to be all right. I guess it would just depend on my life and how I go about all that.
Right.
But I'm like, that's like my goal. So what's the topics for today?
So since we've been talking about throwing nickels at poor kids.
What?
Let's talk about black household trauma.
Okay.
What's your experience been like with that?
With black household trauma, I've been luckily not able to experience too much trauma when it comes to that, to like being in a household. I mean, growing up, I feel like all black households had the, I'm gonna give you something to cry about. When you gave me something to cry about, that's why I'm fucking crying. But
right.
I feel like that. I feel like the not listening to your feelings, the therapy part, black households. I remember telling my mom, I went to a therapist and I had got diagnosed with anxiety, and I suffer from anxiety. And you would have thought I told her I had Down syndrome. Because the way she was really like, you don't have anxiety, they're trying to put you on meds, they're trying to do, like, this is what I'm like, bro, like, no, I do have that. And it's okay, like, you know what I'm saying? I've always had it, I just didn't know what it was because I didn't have the resources. And, growing up, mental health isn't, like, taken serious too much in the black community. We sweep everything under the rug. And you're just supposed to, like, go forward in life. Mm-hmm. And we have so many traumas, and we keep passing it on to our kids and generations, and then it doesn't get better. So I feel like I would say my experience would be like, the non-support when it comes to mental health. I didn't get beatings growing up. My mom never believed my mom didn't believe in putting her hands on people. She said,
she had no belt?
No, my mom never hit me with a belt ever. Now my dad, yes. But my mom would just leave it to him to like discipline us, but she would never do it. But
so your dad would do it, just not your mom?
Yeah, my dad would discipline us, because I was bad. I was a bad kid. I would do fucked up. I would do stupid stuff.
Like what?
Like, for instance, in my house, there was like this all white carpet, white chairs. We weren't allowed to go in there. There was only for adults. The adults sitting there. We had the family room. But me and my nephew are about 2 years apart.
Okay. And
we were playing catch the egg. And we were throwing the eggs back and forth in the white room because it made it like you know, our adrenaline is rushing. Like, we can't drop the egg, and we dropped the egg. So we try to move like her statue over it. And at the time, I would go to like Bible study or whatever it was, like some type of church activity on Friday nights. And my mom would always pick us up every Friday night. But then my dad was a truck driver, so he would only be home on the weekends. And one day he picked us up on a Friday night, and I'm like, oh hell no, I'm about to get my ass. I already knew what it was because I'm like, my mom would never beat us, but she didn't even say nothing. She knew that we dropped the egg, but she didn't mention it. Right. She just told my dad, and he got off. Yeah, I got my ass whipped for that. Like, I would just do stuff. Like, I wasn't like the best kid. I was like I was just out there just doing stuff. So I would get my ass whipped within reason, I would say. But yeah, I never, like, my mom never beat me, but my dad definitely. Which is funny because a lot of parents, like, they don't trust the dad to beat them, but they allow them, like, the mother or whatever. But I was opposite. My mom was like, nah. Mm-hmm. She didn't want to be the bad guy, I guess. What about you? You got your ass whipped a few times?
More than a few. I feel I was always...
you was bad as hell? Or was that a part of your trauma?
I wouldn't really say I was bad. I was just, like you, I was just doing shit.
Now, do you feel like...
But I don't think... I think it's because black kids aren't allowed to...
express themselves?
Not only, like, express themselves, but explore stuff. Like, because when you're a kid, you're just trying to figure out how things work.
Yeah.
And in that process of figuring out how it works, you end up breaking some shit.
That's annoying. So as a parent, how do you feel like, how do you parent and different than your parents parent?
I allow my kid to be a kid.
So like, they can...
Course, now, if you doing some unnecessary out-of-pocket shit, then all right, you draw. What is
unnecessary out-of-pocket?
Like,
well, has your child ever done anything that was unnecessary? Like, you're like, all right, I gotta whoop her for this.
I would never put my hands on my daughter.
Oh, that's nice.
That's one. No matter what, the only time I would ever even, the thought of ever putting my hands on her would come is if she does something that will put her life in danger. Like, okay. If she was to, like, attempt to run in the street or something like that.
Okay. That is... I feel like that is necessary, but unnecessary, like, to beat over, because that's another thing our parents, well, I don't know, but I know, like, a lot of black parents, they didn't explain things. Yeah. Like, they just whoop your ass, and you don't even know why you get your ass whooped, and then it's like, yo, you have to explain, hey, you can't run in the street because you will get hit by a car. This will happen. You just get your ass whooped, now you're going to the house. Now you're like, what the fuck I'm going to the house for?
Right.
That's another thing, like, I feel like black parents, I mean, it could be a white parent thing. I don't really know a lot of white people, so.
Yeah, I can't speak.
I don't know. Maybe they went through that as well. It might be just a 90s kid or 1900s. You know, right. I think now in the 2000s, like with Generation Z and Generation Alpha, the ones that's coming up. And
that's what they call
Generation Alpha is like.
That's why they retarded.
Yeah, I don't know what age group. I know they're like the ones that's younger than the age of 10, or they're like 10 and under or something like that. Gen Z is obviously like, you know, they're now adults, but
like the new 20-year-olds.
Yeah, well, Gen Z is actually anybody born from 1996 on. That's Gen Z.
So wait, what's before Gen Z?
Millennial. Like me, I'm a millennial. So millennials are from 1980 to 1996, technically. Which, I don't know. I feel like that whole generation stuff is kind of like dumb and weird because certain things just don't relate. Like, I feel like the gaps get smaller or, like, you know.
Right.
But, you know, with the new generation coming up, they have the luxury of therapy. They have the luxury of...
because it was brought up in that time where...
Exactly. Like, we understand better now.
Right.
And we understand the trauma that played... It's kind of like the crack era. People in the 80s did crack. We don't do crack because we've seen the effects of crack. Mm-hmm. So... people of the 90s whoop ass, and we've seen the effect of... I mean, some people will argue that, you know, getting your ass whooped is structural. Like, you know, gives you structure.
I don't think it has that.
I don't think so either. I think that's just
a effect. It's just an excuse.
Gaslighting, yeah.
Gaslighting you to think that you deserved it because it
slave mentality. That's another reason why I wouldn't whoop my kids, because that's like what they did to the slaves. Why am I treating my kid like a slave?
And it's like you said before, just explain to these niggas
what it is.
What they doing wrong.
And it's like when you're sitting up there whipping your child, I don't know, I just like, because you're teaching your kid that if you do something that you don't like, you can put your hands on them.
Right.
And in real life, if somebody is that's an adult, if you do something I don't like, I can't just beat you the fuck up because I'm mad. But why would I do that to a child? I'm big as hell compared to a little ass kid. I'm whooping my, like, I just don't understand that, because in real life, if I'm frustrated, I can't just slap my balls and whoop her ass just because I want to. Right. But because my child misbehaved, I can whoop their ass. Yeah, no. Like, it's not to me teaching your child like a way to go. Now, I'm not saying, like, some kids you might have to whoop their ass. I do catch myself sometimes telling my friend, yo, whoop his ass. Yeah, I'll give you the belt.
For what though?
Well, one of my friends, her kid, he knows better. He does things purposely, like, so one of my other friends has a 1-year-old baby, well, 2-year-old. He'll go and slap the baby. You know better than the child's like 6. You know what I'm saying? Whoop his ass. That's kind of different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Insane. That's insane, yes. So that's what I'm saying. But kids do things like that. Like, kids see a weaker child and sometimes pick on them or slap them or do certain things. So it's like, all right, if my child if my child was 7 years old and slapped a 2-year-old, I'm slapping the hell out of my child because I want you to feel how that 2-year-old felt. Why did you do that? But if my child does something like talk back, like, I was allowed to talk back to my parents. I never got in trouble for, like, saying how I felt. My friends, like, they would be so amazed because, like, my mom would say something and I'm like, I'm not doing that, no. And they were like, and I'm like, what? And so they always say I acted white. Like, they always tell me I acted white, but I'm like, my mom allowed me to have my voice. She allowed me. She's like, yo, if I kept trying to cut your voice, you would never be able to speak up for yourself. I want you to tell me that you don't like something, and it's okay if you don't like it. Right. And I would tell her. Sometimes we'll go back and forth, but she never said, you're acting wrong, I'm about to slap you, I'm about to. But my dad grew up differently than my mom. He was growing up like his parents, what they said went. Like, if you didn't do it, you getting your ass whooped. So to him, that's how he started parenting us. Yeah. And like, one time me and my mom was going back and forth, and he was just like, whoop her ass, whoop her ass, whoop her ass. My mom's like, no, like, she can say what she feels. Yeah. And he was like, wow, I never in my day. And I'm like, yeah, it's not your day. You want some too, nigga? I got a mouth for everybody. Like, fuck out of here. But, you know, when you grow up, I feel like you just learn how to communicate better if you don't have a parent constantly cutting your voice or cutting you off or telling you what you can and can't do or not explaining it. Like, if you want to go to a party and your parents was like, it's like in a bad area, I want to go to a party in North Philly, and your parents was like, hell no, it's bad out there, you ain't going. Right. And they're not really explaining why not, so now you sneak out and get shot. Like, you know, like, maybe you should explain, like, it's dangerous, it has guns there, these people, you know, stuff like that should be explained versus just taking, you know, whatever they say their word. Right.
But that's not how kids learn anyway.
Yeah. They're also visual creatures.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I guess we'll be better parents than our parents. I mean, it's supposed to be like that.
Time will tell.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. I'm pretty sure our parents was better than our grandparents.
Probably not.
I mean, I would say we came a long way because, like, our grandparents, for instance, most men back in, like, those days was beating the women the fuck up. Like, that's not going on.
Because you were supposed to.
No. What? Hell no. They used to beat the kids up. Beat the goddamn wife up. You didn't cook me breakfast? Slap. Like, I couldn't be in those days.
Get in that kitchen.
I would be one single motherfucker. But I'll be like my grandma. My grandma, she didn't play that shit. She shot a nigga one time. She used to always keep a gun. Yeah, because she's like, niggas, we don't do that over here on this side. I can't imagine no man just slapping me because I didn't. Slapping me alone is crazy, but for, like, within reason, like, I can see you slap me if I cheat on you. Then I already slap me. I'll accept the slap. But I wouldn't do that. But I don't feel like I'm warrant anything that should be getting slapped.
Do you think kids should have to pay bills in their parents' house?
No.
Why?
Because your parents are here. I would never charge my children because why? I birthed them. I gave life to them. I made that decision to keep them here. And when you become a parent, it's not until they're 18. It's until they die or until you die. Death do us apart. That's how I look at my kids. I would never charge my children because that's exactly why black people don't get ahead. So what am I charging my kids for? Why I can't afford my bills on my own?
Right.
I want to be able to be financially stable enough where my children, I mean, my goal right now is to buy enough properties for as many kids as I have and give them each one so they won't have to live with me. That is my goal. Like right now, I'm in the process of buying a multifamily.
Right.
So, in 30 years, it'll be, thank you. In 30 years, it'll be paid off. And my children will probably be the age I am now, or like whatever, a little younger. But there you go. 1 unit for you, 1 unit for you. You're going to pay the bills at this house, and I'm going to make them pay rent at the property. And whenever they're ready to move into their own house or whatever, because there's no reason to get an apartment. You just go and get a house. The money that they have paid me for rent will go
towards their
house payment, and that is how you create the generational wealth, and that's how you continue to help your children get ahead. Black parents want to charge rent, and I know a lot of my friends, their parents, like my parents, never charged me rent. I started paying rent recently, not even rent, but just to help out. But my whole life, I never paid it. My parents was always like, "We want you to be able to be established." It wasn't once I saved up enough for the multifamily. That's when I started helping out with like the bills and stuff. I got to that goal, and then but.
That's fire.
Yeah, did you have to pay rent?
When I was younger, yeah.
Really? Younger? How much younger?
When I left college.
Is it because you left college?
I would assume so, yeah.
Okay, that could be like a punishment. I could see. It depends. I guess it does depend on the kid. Like, cause say if I have a kid and my kid is like, "Nah, I don't want to move in there. I want to stay with you. I don't want to get no job." Like, that's different. I'll be like, I might have to charge. But, like, if my kid just left college, I'm like, all right, so, like, college is not for everybody. I'm not pro-college either. Like, I'm for if you want. I went to college, but
I hate college.
I don't think it's necessary for a lot of things. I do think it's expensive, and it's like, it's not a scam, but it can be in a way if you don't use it.
It should be 2 different types of college. It should be one college just for the experience alone.
Fun college? That's freshman and sophomore year. That's what that's called.
No, because you still accumulating debt.
So you're saying it should be a college where...
It should be like 13th and 14th grade. But college edition.
See, I think the opposite. I think that college should be 2 years and you should do strictly your major. I think college shouldn't... The 4-year thing, I don't understand. I think college should be... Because really, when you go to college for 4 years, I went for 5. But if you go... The first 2 years, you're learning fucking high school shit. Math bullshit. Things that I'm not going to school to be a mathematician. I'm not going to school. Why do I need to learn math? I went to school for journalism. What the fuck does that have to do with math? Like, I didn't understand. And then it's not even regular math. Like...
Yeah, it's like... I was doing like... macro or micro.
Yeah, I hated that. I had to take micro economics.
I had to take both of them back to back.
That was my only class I ever got a D in my whole college. I've never had a D ever.
I failed those class gracefully.
That was gonna be me, but I had a study buddy, so he was helping me.
My entire college run, I only passed 1 class.
Why? What the hell were you doing? What school did you go to?
I'm not answering that.
What school you had to get on academic probation after the first semester?
No, I never went. Wait, I got on academic probation after my first year.
And you only passed 1 class. What class was that?
History.
History. Yeah, I mean, honestly, college ain't, look, he threw that up on them. College ain't for everybody, and like my kids, my thing is this. My parents, what I also would say is like they were very big on us going to college, and I felt like me, I was like in high school, like I want to work in film, and my family was like, that is dumb as hell. Like you're not gonna make it in that. Like they weren't supportive in it. They wanted me to go to school for something for real, and I'm like, I don't want to do that though. Like I want to do this, and this is what I was doing in high school. Like I was part of the film committee and everything in high school, so I was like, that's what I want to do. And then my parents were like, no, pick something else. And I was like, oh, I like writing, so I guess I'll do that. I guess I'll be a journalist, whatever. And I hated that. So it's like, now I'm going back for what I love. Like,
Right.
So it's like, I feel like parents should be supportive of anything along, even if it's not their dreams. Like if my child said they wanted to blow up balloons for a living, I'm gonna go buy the helium tank and we're gonna make this a business. Like you're gonna have the biggest balloon store. You're gonna be Party City. Like that's how I feel. Like my child, you don't want to go to college, you want to do that? My child said they want to paint the fucking sidewalk. Okay, we're gonna get this business. I'm gonna expand anything that my children want to do. I don't give a fuck. They don't have to go to college. I would encourage them if they want to be a doctor. I mean, you can't do that. Like if you want to do something like lawyer,
that's the only thing college should be for, like doctors,
yeah, teachers,
engineers,
yeah, stuff like that. I feel like yes.
Outside of that
It's
shit
like
is not
what is
necessary.
it? It's not. Even with journalists, it's not. Like I feel like everything can be on the job training, or it could be a tech school. Like I'm heavy on like people going to like tech schools and stuff, learning things real quick. Like even with nursing's what, a year if you go to a tech school. So I'm more into like, you know, I want to support my child with whatever, and then it's like, you know, because you change your mind throughout life. Mm-hmm. You don't got, why would I pick a job that I want to do at 18 and want to do that until I'm 65? Like hell no. Like you might change your life in 35, 40, 28, whatever. You might change what you want to do, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm always going to support my kids when it comes to that kind of stuff, because parents aren't always the best.
So after school and all that, how would you bring up sex with your kids? And when would you do it?
I would do it in high school.
In high school?
Yeah, like 9th grade. I don't expect my children having sex before high school. But if they do, I didn't. I mean,
that don't mean nothing.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know a lot of people that did either. Like when I grew up, no one really was having sex before high school. Because where was you doing that?
The park?
Yeah, where I live, everybody's at
in
the park all the
school?
time. Yeah, some people did do it in school. Not nobody I know, but I know there's probably some people in school. I mean, I hope I don't have no hoe-ass kids. Like, why would you want to do it? Like, I don't know, maybe explain. When did my parents start? My parents had the sex talk with me maybe when I was in 7th, 8th grade. I was in middle school, and they were talking about boys, and like my mom was like, don't be no hoe. Don't be sleeping with a bunch of people. My dad said the same thing. But they would, like me and my brother, they would reiterate to me and my brother, like, don't sleep with a lot of girls, don't sleep with a lot of guys, stuff like that. But they didn't like really get into sex and like pregnancy and like all that. Like my parents just be like, don't get pregnant. Yeah, don't be a hoe. Don't get pregnant. If you want to have sex, basically come to us. But who's doing that? Like that's awkward as hell. Hey mom, I'm fucking now. Like I'm never doing that. And I think that's awkward for my kids to do that.
You think that's awkward for your kids to do that?
Yeah, I don't know about my kids having sex. I don't want to hear about that. I'm very prude, so for me, like, I don't want to hear about my kids having sex. I mean, if anything, I'm just going to put condoms in their room one day.
That's crazy.
There you go. Actually, for my daughter, I'm probably going to put her on birth control. Probably 9 for a year.
That's insane.
You think so?
That's insane.
Why?
Why?
To prevent pregnancy?
There's other ways to do that.
Like?
Pulling out.
My daughter, who's she gonna pull out of? So your daughter, how would you talk about sex? At what age would you do it? You might have a different feeling because you actually have a child. I'm talking out of hypothesis. Like I don't know. I don't have a kid. It might change.
What age would I do it at? Probably middle school. I think middle school. Around puberty.
13, what is that, 7th grade when you're like 13? I think 7th grade, all right. I could. I mean, my son, I want whoever their dad is to do that. I'll talk to the girl, probably be easier, but I don't know.
But I want to do like the full like discussion though.
What are you going to say?
Not just don't be no hoe and yada, yada, yada. I don't know. I'll just break it down. I'll just be like, this is what sex is. This is what it's meant to express. What?
I'm pretty sure I know what sex is because most children watch porn because they're curious. I know you probably did. Yeah. I did. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was definitely like...
Yeah, but just because you watch and don't mean you actually know what
you don't, but you know what sex is.
You know what the act is.
But it's like, what else can you really, I mean, you can tell them to prevent, pregnancy, STDs. You could tell them to, like, make sure that the person likes them and all this stuff. But once your kid have sex,
I mean, that's all you have to do. That's your only responsibility.
Yeah, that's true. Whatever else happens,
they still have to go through their own experiences with it.
Very true.
All I can do is provide you with the information that goes along with it.
Did your parents talk to you about sex?
No.
No? Did you think it would be awkward if you talked to your parents about sex?
I just never did.
Now, do you have younger siblings? Mm-hmm. Are they like that much younger, like 10 years younger than you or so?
One, yeah.
So, is it a girl or boy?
Girl.
Do you talk to her about sex? Like, do you try to be that big brother that... Because, like, for me, my brother was like 10 years older. So, like, my brothers are more that to me. Like, they're more... They can school me on that because they're, like, younger, obviously. And the game is different now. Our parents was fucking back, and niggas don't act like that no more. Right. Niggas ain't singing outside your house with the boombox. Niggas is not doing this. So it's a little different out here. But would you talk to your sister as, like, a big brother?
I would. I just haven't done it.
You should.
Yeah.
So that you can... It probably would be a lot more comfortable for her to hear from you than from your parents. Because that's awkward as hell. I think it's awkward to talk about. I don't want my kid to be uncomfortable, but I do want my kid to gain trust with me where they can come to me.
I mean, that's how trust is created, through communication.
So how would you feel if your child got pregnant at like 16?
How would I feel? That's a good question. She wouldn't have the baby.
She wouldn't?
No.
I feel the same way. I'm like, all right. It depends. Like, if she's crying and dying to have this kid.
No.
Yeah, I can't do it. I just can't. I'm going to be like, listen, it's going to be the terrible life. Don't do it.
You're going to have to catch a body that day.
No, you can't hurt the boy because...
I'm not talking about the boy. I was talking about the baby.
Damn. Well, since you put it like that. Yeah, we blending that baby right up in the blender. There. We'll be right outside Planned Parenthood. Fuck them kids. That's exactly how we'll be. So, I mean, I get that. Yeah, I'm not letting my kid have no kid. I mean, now with your son. You can't control that. You can't control
that part.
That is what sucks because I'm scared. My daughter, it sounds fucked up, but I can control that. And I would probably talk some sense to my daughter. Hopefully she won't be no dummy.
Well, at that age, it's not her decision anyway, so it don't matter.
True? Really? Really? It's not her decision? You can force someone to get an abortion?
If they're a minor.
Why do you know this?
Because I'm a parent.
So that means you could not even nowhere near 16. You be looking stuff up. Can your child get an abortion?
If you can cut your kid's dick off.
For real? Oh, well, circumcise, yeah, I guess.
I'm not talking about like sex change and all that.
What? You can sex change a child? I thought you can't get sex change until you're 18.
As long as they got consent from the parents.
So how do you feel about that? If you had a child and your child came out trans, I guess, they wanted to come out trans, how would you feel about that?
I would have a lot of questions.
Would you be supportive?
I would have a lot of questions. But as far as like doing procedures and...
I'm not doing no procedure. You got to pay for that yourself.
Taking pills and all that? No.
Nah, I'm not doing that. I would let my child... If my child is like... What age do you like start exploring sex? Maybe 10, 11, something like that. My child starts expressing that they're like D. Wade's son or whatever. I would be like D. Wade. I think he's an amazing dad for that. I like how he parents his son, and for him to be in the spotlight and all that criticism that he has to deal with, to still love his kid out loud and still does.
Yeah, you can still love him, but I still got questions.
Yeah, of course. I have questions. If you got pregnant at 16, why the fuck did you do that? But
right.
I would not allow my child, I would not pay for a transition for my child.
No, you're not transitioning to
that
anywhere
to me,
but school and home.
Yeah, exactly. Better transition out them fucking clothes, transition them dishes. Be like a black, now I gotta go back to the 90s black parent. Transition no dishes.
Right.
But if my child was gay, all right, so say for instance your son was gay, because people don't care about their daughter being gay. Daughters being gay, I mean, I don't know, some people do care, but right. I feel like girls being gay is not really that deep.
Okay.
So if your son was gay, how would you feel?
I want to know why. What led to that decision?
There's no lead. He's born that way.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
I don't believe that.
I know gay people, and I've talked to them.
That's what's up,
and
but I don't believe that.
They've always been gay. You never met a gay person. See, I've been friends with gay kids when I was a kid, and I didn't understand why they would do the things they do, walk the way they walk.
They mimicking what they see on TV.
But back then we ain't have gay shit on TV. They just gay.
You still have payers in school though.
I don't think anybody was. I don't know. I think that you just gay. You'll see. Well, maybe you're not gonna see, but
that's insane.
I'm just saying. Some people, I
think it's a choice.
I don't.
Just
I think because being straight isn't a choice. I unfortunately not for me. Because if I wish I was gay. I would fight one day niggas. But unfortunately, I'm straight. That's just what it is. I can never like a girl in that way. I never looked at a girl and wanted her. I think women are beautiful.
But that was a choice, though.
It's not a choice. I wish it wasn't. I try to force myself to like a girl. Girl hit on me and she was cute. I'm like trying to force myself to really.
Because it wasn't for you.
It's because I don't like girls. I can't do it.
Yeah.
If my son was gay, I would have questions and understanding what comes with that, and I would be sad because I can't help my child. And they can't come to me in certain ways because I'm not gay. I don't know what it's like to feel that feeling or whatever the hell you're going to go through. But I'm supporting my child 100%.
Yeah, the support is going to be there regardless.
No, that's not true. So I know gay people that parents.
I'm talking about from me personally.
Oh yeah, from you, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to know. I just want to understand why. That's all.
So what if he was like that? I've always felt this way. Since I was born. And you're like, yes, I have.
You did. But
see, now you're being a black parent. So now you're going to tell your kid what they've been. You're not listening. You're not listening. Nope, because your child is telling you.
Well, I'm going to tell them that I don't believe that.
And then sprinkle some holy water on them?
No, that's doing
okay.
See,
I'm cool with my kid. I mean, I wouldn't want my kid to be gay because who wants that? But, like, I think it's the transitioning part, which for me was like.
Yeah, we're not doing that one.
That is what, like, would make that would be where the questions really.
Like, I've seen cases where it's like most people that transition in their younger years ultimately end up regretting it as they get older.
Probably because they grow up ugly. I know. I had a guy at my job. He was transitioning, but he wasn't turning into no bad bitch. Like usually when men transition, they be looking good as hell. He was looking like the mom from Walmart that be having the 10 kids and yelling at her and she live in a trailer park. I'm like, yo, you not trying to lose no weight. You not trying like all he did was grow his hair out. Still got a beard. Like I'm like I didn't think you was transitioning. I thought you were just, gonna have a ponytail in your head like Billy Ray Cyrus. But I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I would say like I would have questions as well, but I would be supportive of my child.
Yeah.
I want my child to be the happiest life possible.
You made a choice, so. Got to see it through, my boy.
Oh my gosh. So, just like we're talking about choices, Diddy made a choice.
Yes.
And now he's seeing his consequences. Do you feel bad for him?
Who?
Diddy?
Fuck no.
Okay.
And just like I was trying to tell y'all niggas last time when we talked about this on the podcast, y'all was sitting here trying to justify this nigga actions, trying to protect this nigga name and his honor like some weirdo niggas.
But they would say they didn't have proof. That's what a lot of people say.
Yada, yada, yada. At some point, when the entire world is screaming that this nigga did some freaky shit, y'all gotta believe something.
And Wendy Williams tried to warn people back in the day.
Right.
I mean, Diddy always had those gay conspiracies, but him whooping Cassie's ass, he wasn't striking me as an ass whooper. But you never know with them. And then it's like...
That's insane.
Yeah, I think...
then that video got leaked and all that.
And it's worse. They said that he made Cassie lick Kim Porter's tampon or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was some crazy... It was in the court documents that Cassie, they're little... If you read through it, yeah, it talks about it. She talked about getting kicked in the face and that, See...
He needs to be put under the jail.
It sucks because men do that to women that they know can't do nothing about it.
I mean, it's a power game.
It is. At the end of the day. That's what I'm saying. He knew that she couldn't do nothing about it. Like, not even physically, like her not fighting back. I'm saying, like, he's a billionaire. Mm-hmm. He changed her life. Like, she had Stockholm syndrome at one point. Like, you take my life and you showing me I mean, and these bitches out here be trying to judge her. Like, first of all, y'all niggas do more for less.
Right.
The nigga down the block.
Shitted on.
Exactly. Shitted on, crazy, by the drug dealer down the block. All he did was pay for your nails and your hair, and you pretending you up.
And then
he whooping your ass too.
And then you got poop on your chest.
Yeah. Exactly. Straight shitted on, stupid. She was a whole millionaire herself. I mean, I'm glad she cheated on him with the pool guy or whatever, the trainer. Cheated on him with the trainer, and now she got her new life, and she's living happily ever after.
But yeah, I believe that he should be in jail immediately and do some very long time behind bars. That's not acceptable. It doesn't matter who you are, what your legacy is. If you're out here doing some despicable shit like that, you deserve whatever come your way.
I agree. I think that...
And everything should be stripped.
I mean, shit is getting stripped from him. It just sucks because it's like I feel so sad for his daughters. Lost both parents.
They knew.
They're kids.
The kids knew though.
I mean, but I'm saying I feel bad for them losing. They lost both parents. Like they don't have.
Well.
You know, that guidance. And supposedly their dad killed their mom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that is like, damn.
Yeah, but that's out of control, though.
Yeah, but I just feel bad for them because it's like, damn, as women, you ain't got shit. I mean, you got money, though, so, I mean, you could probably hire some fucking therapist and shit, get through it. Yeah, but it's just, like, sad. It's like, damn, Diddy, watching a legend, watching a mogul, and someone that inspired many people go down, sad.
It's not sad at all.
No, it's sad because it's like, why y'all niggas can't do better? That's what's sad about it. It's not like him. It's not sad that he's going down. It's just sad that, like, these are just, like, damn, niggas be, like, fucking it up for themselves. Like, you really, what was the point of whipping her ass? Like, what is the point of even put your hand on anybody, boy or girl? Like, what is the point? You ever slapped a bitch?
No.
Oh, okay.
Did I ever slap a bitch? No. I would never. I have no reason to.
I have no reason. I slapped a few niggas in my time.
Wow.
But
did you ever get slapped before? You ever get your ass beat before?
Nah, not my out. Nah, I ain't never get my ass whooped. But I have been slapped during sex. But other than that, no. I've been choked.
That don't count.
All right, so that don't count. So I've been choked. Not during sex. I'm saying I've been choked like in public. At a club, actually, specifically. In the Bahamas, more specific. But I've been choked before. I've been punched in my face. But not niggas I dated, though. It's just
random niggas?
Yes, that's the part. Like, it's never... The niggas I date don't put their hands on me. I don't date niggas that do that. The minute I feel like you abusive, I'm not going to talk to you. That's stupid. Right. But, I mean, I have hit niggas and stuff because... Like, I was immature. I was younger. Mm-hmm. I used to get like really mad about stuff, and I used to be a hothead. So like my ex, he had a smart ass mouth, and one time we got in an argument. He was up front in the seat, and I was in the back seat, and I just reached behind the seat, said boop boop right in his mouth because he was talking all that shit. And then we got out the car, started squaring up with each other, but we didn't fight. But yeah, I've done that back in my younger years, but I would never.
And then what happened afterwards?
He told my mom, and my mom was disappointed.
And then y'all made up?
Yeah, we made up. We was together for 8 years. I stabbed him. Yeah, it was bad. But it wasn't toxic. Like, we weren't ever cheating on each other. So I think that's why we stayed, because it's like we were...
Abuse is worse.
Yeah, but it was like... We were young. We got together. I was like 15, 16 or whatever. Like, I was a young kid, and I was just doing dumb shit. I used to not know how to control myself. Now, I walk away before I hit a nigga. All the time I'm gonna hit a guy is if I did hit a guy because I thought he was gonna punch me in my face. So I hit him first. But then it turned out he didn't. Then I stabbed him. That's a long story. But other than that, that's what I'm saying. Like, Diddy.
That's wicked.
The minute he would have kicked me on my ground, oh my God, I could not imagine. Like, I'm hitting him with that vase in the hallway. That's old ass nigga.
It's easy to say.
I've done it. I won't say I've been in Cassie's shoes. Like, I never got down where someone was kicking me and stuff. But right. I've been in positions where niggas thought that shit was going to just go down like how...
Right.
I'm not now. We going to fight to the death. That's just what it's going to be. One of us going to be... Somebody's mom is going to have a funeral. Somebody.
That's
it's
crazy.
probably not going to be mine. But that's the only... Yeah, that's the only thing. it's like, you know, I do feel for her because even if, regardless if she would have hit him with the V, she shouldn't have to go through that. She shouldn't have to endure that. She's someone's daughter. She's a mother. She's a sister. She's a woman. Like, it's disrespectful. And I give all prayers to Cassie because that's, yeah.
For sure.
It's definitely fucked up. It made me like look at Diddy like, yo, I can't. Like, how could you do that to someone that you took in or someone that, and then y'all was together? Like, that's weird.
Hey, that's how it go.
Unfortunately, especially when they billionaires.
So what do you think is going to happen to him moving forward?
I don't think he's going to go to jail.
Why not?
He ain't kill nobody. He got too much money for that. He can fight through legal fees. He can do some stuff because if that's going to put him in jail, the reason why he's not going to jail as well is because Cassie settled as well.
No, it's because of statute of limitations.
That too, but Cassie did settle, so she settled. They already went. Everything that we're seeing is what she put in the court report last year, and they went through it. We're just now seeing it, so for us, it's like, but everything that's already been done's been done.
Not the funny part, but the crazy part is, after that lawsuit had came out, he was, like trying to fight so hard to deny everything that was in the lawsuit. Of course,
that was so weird. The truth will come out.
And then the truth came out with the video dropping, and not even apologize.
How did you feel about his apology video?
Bullshit.
I agree. I think he only apologized because you got caught. I know a lot of people were saying he didn't even say Cassie's name, but he's legally not allowed to, so that's why he didn't say her name.
Yeah, he's legally not allowed to.
Yeah, but I mean, it was definitely, I think it's bullshit because you did this and knew about this since 2016. That's damn near 10 years ago. For 8 years, you knew about this video. You knew that Cassie, you knew in court last year why she was saying her accusations of you, or her accusations was, you knew all that, and you still acted like you ain't do that shit. And now you act like you did do that shit. Now we don't want to hear that nigga. You said you ain't do it, remember?
Right.
You said that a few days before the video came out on Instagram. That's why I'm like, I looked at this post, I'm like, damn, you just said that. That's embarrassing. I do feel for us. I know, on Father's Day, his kids all posted them hitting it and stuff.
It's Father's Day. The kid's supposed to do that.
I feel that way too, and people were commenting saying like, "Take that nigga down." You got like, I'm just like, you guys understand? They're not gonna feel that way about their dad. I would not fuck with my dad if he beat up a woman, even if she wasn't my mom, and he beat up their mom supposedly. So you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't fuck with my dad. But as a person, as for kids that lost their mother and all you have is your dad, that might be why they're clinging. If their mom was still alive, they might have moved differently with their dad. But because they only had that, it's like that's what they're clinging to.
Facts.
Because Justin still has his mom, and you'll see him write. He didn't write no post about Diddy. Quincy, that's not really his dad. So, I just feel like, damn, it's kind of fucked up how all that went, but I'm glad Cassie's, getting all the love and the light that she deserves.
Yeah.
She needs
That's what the focus needs to be on, for real.
Yeah. But I mean, people are gonna do fucked up shit. And as a spiritual person, it's a reason for everything. That's how I feel. Even for abuse, unfortunately. It is true. Maybe the reason could have been for Cassie to find her husband that she found now. Maybe she wouldn't have found him had she not went through that with Diddy.
That's a sick way to meet your husband.
Very sick way. But people go through things in sick ways for whatever reason, and it doesn't make it easier, it doesn't make it better, it doesn't make it right. Mm-hmm. But
how do you feel about people that get pregnant after being raped and keep the baby?
I wouldn't, but some people, I don't get it. I guess some people want a baby so bad that they do that, but I would never keep a rapist baby. I wouldn't even keep a nigga's baby that didn't even want it. Why the hell would I keep a nigga that raped me?
So if you got pregnant with your man baby and he said he don't want it, you're gonna get rid of it?
I'm trying to think at this big age. It depends on how established I am. Like if I...
Would you stay with him?
If he didn't want the kid, it depends on his reasonings. Because I've been in that position where I didn't want the fucking kid and the guy wanted the kid. I'm like, I mean, I wasn't pregnant, but I thought I was. And until I took a test and I wasn't. But I thought I was because I didn't get my period and stuff. And, you know, I'm like, oh my God. And he was so upset because I was like, I don't want this fucking kid. What the fuck? But we were still together after that. So, I mean, he was kind of salty, but I got over it. But would I stay with someone that didn't want to kill? It depends. If they said they didn't want to kill me because they don't want us to have kids with me, no. Why would I stay with them?
Well, yeah. But if it just wasn't...
If they was like, yo, I'm not ready.
Yeah.
And they had good reasons, like... See, it's hard because I can't imagine myself...
What's a good reason?
Yeah, that's... What's a good reason?
For you, anyway.
I don't got enough money for the baby. That's a good enough reason. I'm not doing that shit on my own. Hello? Clinic? That's a good reason. But I couldn't imagine getting pregnant by somebody who don't have money, so it's like... Why would I even put myself in a position to even I try to put myself in positions to not have abortions. But I am pro-choice. I'm pro, you know, if you want to... Shit, I told my friend, you want to get an abortion? You know, it is what it is. But if a guy... It depends, because I know girls that... I wouldn't stay with a guy if we were just dating. Like, we weren't boyfriend and girlfriend. We were just, like, fucking around or dating, and I got pregnant, and he didn't want the kid, then no, I'm not going to keep fucking with him. But if we were in a relationship... I could see that being...
Wait, so if y'all was just...
We're dating. Say if we were just dating and we just, like, we're getting to know each other still and we're still having sex, but we're not committing to each other.
Right.
No. I'm not going to keep it baby by a nigga.
Would you continue to talk to him, though?
No.
Why?
Because why didn't you commit to me when I got pregnant? The fuck?
It wouldn't be real.
What do you mean it wouldn't be real?
If I'm just committing to you just because you ended up pregnant, that's not real commitment.
I guess it is. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna fuck with nobody else, right?
Well,
that's real commitment.
That's not.
It is.
It's a commitment by choice.
Listen.
By ultimatum, actually.
It is.
Hey, how you doing?
It is an ultimatum, but it's your choice with the ultimatum. Like if you
It's not a real choice.
And I would start talking to him. Because why you didn't want to commit to me anyway? Like, that's what I'm trying to get at.
Okay.
Why are we... I wouldn't keep a baby by a nigga I met and I got pregnant in a week. Like, that's stupid. Like, there would be no... That's non-negotiable. He couldn't even convince me to do that. But if me and him was talking for 4, 5, 6 months...
Okay.
And I got pregnant and I'm like, all right...
That's a long time to talk.
Maybe it is a long time to talk, actually. Mm-hmm. But then again, I really don't want to have kids unless I'm married.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to have kids out of wedlock. Nothing's wrong with it. I mean, if I got pregnant, it is what it is. But I prefer to just be married so I can just know you're committed to me ultimately. Right. Like, I don't want to be like, I only committed. I know people that commit to their baby moms just because they got her pregnant. And it never works out. Never.
No.
So it's like, we wasted all these fucking years. Like, you're wasting each other's time. Nah. I'm good. I don't think I would,
So what age is too old to have your first kid?
38. I know somebody in my job that had a kid at 38.
38 is too old to have your first kid?
I think it's too old to have any kids, but first, I don't know, 38. If I don't have kids in the next 3 years, I wouldn't have kids. I would just leave it at, like, my life is the way it is for a reason, because I'm not being an old ass parent. Not saying 30s is old, but it's like...
By the time your kid is 20...
You're going to be 58.
Right.
Which isn't old nowadays, you know. 50s is kind of all right now.
But you're still 60 while your kid is actually able to do stuff.
Yeah, that's the part. And then it's like you're old and tired. Like, I don't feel like doing that shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't. I think, like, good ages is, like, 25 to 35. A good ages to have, like, kids. I think anything younger than 25, you're still immature a little bit.
You're still a kid.
Yeah, you're still a kid. You should live your life a little bit. Like, see how it is to, like, live a little bit without a kid.
I don't really agree to that, though. I feel like as long as you're not, like, in high school.
I don't want my kid having a kid until they're 25. Only because I watch so many of people I know have kids before they're 25. And it's like the constant struggle of trying to get... because it also depends on your support system. I'll say that. If you have a support system, having a kid whenever is good, it don't even fucking matter because you're gonna have a support system.
Right.
But a lot of people don't have that because people are 20s. Their parents are just now hitting the age where they don't gotta watch no kids. They don't want to watch no fucking grandkids. Like now you missing out on your years that you need to create
years.
yourself. Yeah, like you're trying to learn yourself in your 20s. You don't even know who you are. Like you're not gonna be who you are at fucking 16 until you're 40. Like you're starting to learn what you like, what kind of career you want to get into. You're dibbling and dabbling with people. Like I feel like you need that experience for at least the first 5 years of your 20s, and then like after 25, I think that's cool to have kids. Like that doesn't matter.
I think I was 25 when I had Jordan.
Well, how old are you now?
29.
And she's what, 4? Oh yeah, so yeah. Yeah, 25 is not. I think 25 is cool. Like that's actually not a bad age. I feel like your prefrontal cortex is developed, so you just. And then on top of that, a lot of these girls and guys is different. Guys having kids, they don't really have to take as much sacrifice as a woman. Like a woman having a kid usually has a kid all day with her. Like I know dads that actually have their kids, but it's not like you have them full time. Like, like the mom is like a deadbeat. Some dads do. But when you're 19, 20 having a child as a woman, the guy is not ready. He doesn't, like, he might say he wants the kid, but then he hits 21 and he's like, I want to go out and drink. I want to hang with my friends. Like, I don't want to do this no more. And now you're stuck in the house with a baby crying. That's why I say anything under 25. When you're over 25, most people make a little bit more money. You got your own place, or you're getting a place. You're a little bit more established.
Right.
I was a lot more established at 25 than I was at 19. I had a job. I had my degree at that time. I lived in my apartment. It wouldn't matter if I had a kid back then. But I didn't want one because I felt like I didn't want to have a kid with the person I was with. That's fucked up, but I didn't. I felt like,
I mean, at least you knew.
Yeah, I was like, I don't gotta do this. This is crazy as hell to get pregnant. But now I feel like at my big age, at 30.
You're 30?
Yeah. It's time for me to stop playing. And get on the hunt to have kids before the age of 33, so I won't be 38 having my first kid. Old as shit. I refuse to have a kid at 38.
Would you adopt?
Yeah, I would.
And be a single mom? A single foster parent?
I want to foster, actually. I'm looking to foster soon.
With a cat?
A kid. Oh. I do want to foster because, I don't know. I feel like that's like, something to give me to do. I want to give back. And that's the way of giving back is to foster.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Huh?
That's crazy.
It is a way to give back. I'm still thinking about it because it's like I am going to be a single parent. I'm purposely putting myself to be a second parent. That sounds crazy as hell.
Yeah.
But it's like I see how kids are growing up now, and I see like the kids that don't got love.
What age would you adopt or foster?
Anything under 12. I'm not doing fostering kids over 12. I'm not fostering a teenager. They're stuck in their ways.
Damaged goods?
They're not damaged goods. They're just
if they pass
a little bit more.
The sell-by date, they pass that.
Yeah, they're a little bit more stuck.
Traumatized.
Yeah, that too. I don't know what they came from, and the stories I be hearing, I don't think I got it in me. I'm too young. I'll put it that way. For me to foster a 15-year-old is like me, and I'm 30. We're 15 years apart. Like, if I had kids, my kid wouldn't be 15. I want to foster kids that's like the age of, that's equivalent to like me being a parent. So like a 10-year-old, I could possibly have a 10-year-old. I could possibly have a 12-year-old. But I ain't got no damn 15. I mean, I could have a 15-year-old, but come on now, that's crazy. You could have. Yeah, that's wild. Nah, I feel like,
Nigga about to be in college.
Yeah, I can't. It's no point. You're gonna be going in 3 years at 18.
Yeah.
And I don't know, teenagers are traumatized a lot. I mean, if I was older, maybe if I had a man or something, he could help me with that. But I'm not doing that shit by myself.
And I think it's harder for you to adopt and foster kids if you're single anyway.
To foster, no. You can foster single. As long as you have a bed for them, that's all they care about.
Huh.
Adopt? No. My supervisor adopted 2 kids. She's single. She has 3 kids, so now she's
She
got 5.
lonely.
But she adopted them within reason. It was her nieces. Her sister's a
that don't
crackhead.
count.
But it do count because sometimes adopting ain't easy. She had to go through a lot of shit. She got mad diapers visits and stuff. So,
Mad what?
Mad diapers visits. Like she has to have to leave work because they pop up and they don't tell
What's
you.
that?
Diapers. You guys don't have diapers?
What is diapers?
Diapers? Maybe every state calls it different. I don't know what Philly.
DHS?
Maybe that's what it's called here. In New Jersey, we call it diapers.
Oh, okay.
So it's like the people that kind of make sure that you ain't abusing the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, those people. And then, they can fine you, take the kids from you, lock you up if they see.
Or CPS or whatever.
CPS is more so.
Yeah.
Yeah, DIFUS is the old name. I'm old, so that's what we said in the 90s. I guess now it's called CPS, Child Protective Services, yeah. So yeah, CPS will call her and say, like, we're about to be here in like 2 hours. She gotta leave work. So that's the only thing is like fostering is a lot to deal with that. But I'm trying to work from home, so I ain't got really worried about that with my foster kid. I don't know. I feel like it's good to give a kid love. Why not?
Might as well have one for all that.
No. Because the foster kids
you can still
go
have
away.
That's crazy.
Not like that, but I'm just saying, like, your kid forever. Like, a foster kid, I could do this for a couple of years, and they might get placed with their family. I could do this, and they might get placed. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't always stay with you. They leave.
So what you're saying is you just want to get paid real quick.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I want to give kids that love real quick. That's what I'm saying. They do get paid, and that is the difference. My kid is not going to come with a check, so.
It is. They all come with checks.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
What check?
You get paid for that.
For having a child?
Oh, you're talking about like.
Yeah, I'm saying
birthing
my
a
kid
child.
wouldn't come with no check.
No. I mean.
A foster kid does.
You get WIC checks.
That is free food and all that extra stuff that I don't need. I feel like fostering a kid is more my speed. I wouldn't adopt until, who knows, I might foster a kid and then love the kid so much and adopt it. That happens so many times. But I don't have kids, so to me, I would have to get in the, I think fostering is good because I can try to get into the groove of things. If I have a kid, that's it. That's what I have to do for the rest of my life. I could have a foster kid.
Really.
I mean, no, but I would never give my kid up. That's crazy. I'm not pushing no kid out and then giving it up. Once you come out my vagina, you gotta stay with me. All that work for nothing? I don't get how people do that. They push their kid out and just give it up. All that pain and all that labor.
Better than killing it.
No, it's not. I think it's better to kill it than to have a kid and give it up. Would you rather not be here or be here and be facing a lot of bullshit, trauma, getting whooped on, molested, all crazy shit? I'd probably rather not be here.
I think I'd rather get molested than killed for no reason just because you sad.
I'm cool. Kill me. I want to know. I don't got to pay bills now. Now I'm here paying bills for no fucking reason. Exactly. I ain't asked to be here. I'd rather be killed than if my parents were crackheads or my parents didn't want me or they was gonna do some crazy shit because they didn't want me and they just got pregnant. Abort me, mom. Like, what the fuck are you still keeping me for?
No, I'm not talking about being aborted. I'm talking about people that like kill their newborn babies.
Oh no!
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh yeah. No, I'm talking about abortion.
Oh no.
No, yeah. Oh, you saying like people go through postpartum and they end up like doing shit. Nah, that's fucked up. Them people need to go straight to jail. Go to hell too while you're at it. Like, nah. I'm never, No. I'm talking about abortion. Yeah. Abortion is different, but killing your kid after pushing it out, I would give your kid up for adoption if you think about killing it. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Because once it's already here, it's already here. But if it's not here, then, you got 16 weeks. Make that change in your life.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you get 16 weeks to get an abortion.
That's not 16 weeks.
In New Jersey, you have 16 weeks.
Really?
Yeah. I took people that went and got abortions at 16 weeks. That's the cutoff.
Jersey.
What's the cutoff in Philly? Philly, you can get abortions up to...
it's like 25.
Yeah.
26.
I was about to say, in Philly, I know you can get abortions up to 25. In Jersey, you can't. Because one of the girls I knew back in the day, she got an abortion. She had to go to Philly to get her abortion. Because she was like 20 weeks. That's insane.
How?
To get an abortion at 20 weeks, you already know the gender, the baby's already formed.
So?
You literally got 10 weeks, 15 weeks to go. Bitch, if you don't suck it up. That's selfish as fuck.
How is that selfish?
I think that's so selfish.
At least you get to see what your baby will look like.
Why do you need to see what it looks like if it's not gonna be here? Hell no, yeah. I wouldn't get an abortion past 6 weeks. I think if I waited past 6, I'll give myself 8 weeks. After 8 weeks...
You don't even know you're pregnant at 8 weeks.
Yes, you do. You know you're pregnant at 4. You know you're pregnant because you missed your period. That means you're only 5 weeks or 4 weeks. By 6 weeks, you know
you
you
don't, because you still be waiting for it to come on.
So, like, say if you get your period the end of the month, but you get pregnant 2 weeks before your period. You're only 2 weeks pregnant. By the time you miss your period, you're 3 weeks. Because it's only been a week. Now you missed your period, you're 3 weeks. Take your period, you're 3 weeks pregnant. My friend was 4 weeks pregnant when she found she was pregnant. She got an abortion when she was 6 weeks. So I get that shit early. You don't want to wait on that. Because I feel like that's just selfish.
Nah.
I'm not waiting until I'm 25 weeks.
It's a selfish decision regardless of what you do. That baby didn't ask to be here.
It's selfish to have kids. I do. That's why I'm doing a thing to society to help. But yeah.
That's insane.
Just saying to kill your kid.
Not really. It's understandable. I believe in all choices. Because choices are an actual thing. If you can choose to eat pussy, you can choose to kill your kid. That's
Yeah, that is a choice. It's a terrible choice. Unless it's an abortion. Abortion isn't killing your kid. Your kid gotta breathe the first breath of life for it to be alive. But getting an abortion at 25 weeks is wild. I'm not doing that. I would never.
How long is it? Well, how far are you into the pregnancy at 25 weeks?
I don't know, like 5 months.
Damn.
Yeah, you already have a stomach. You need to get an abortion before people see that you're pregnant. I feel like once you start showing, that's crazy.
Nah, you don't got us. Nah. I don't believe that.
And it's more painful to have an abortion after a certain amount period. Like, if you have abortion at, like, 20 weeks, they have to, like, put stents up you to break the baby down because it's already formed. Versus if you have abortion at 6 weeks, you can take the pill and just poop it out. Or you can go on the table and they just suck it out with a vacuum. Easy. You'll be fine the next day. When you get that, that girl who went to Philly get her abortion at 20 weeks, she had to get stuff up to kill the baby. You can go on YouTube and look it up, though. It's like a video of how they kill the baby. Yeah, they show you how, not the, it's like like a informational video, like a graphic.
Like an animated joke.
Yeah, it's not like an actual.
That's cool. I want to see the actual.
I don't want to see
I'm just visual like that.
Well, you can see the animation looks visual enough. They show the blood, the redness. It's just not real. But they show you how the baby gets the sticks put up it and how it breaks down and like the arm comes out first, then a toe, then a leg. Like, no, I don't want to go through that. That is, you might as well have the fucking baby and just give it for adoption. Or people that have abortions. Can I have this one?
Yeah.
People who have abortions and like get pregnant right after. What the fuck the first baby did?
They've regretted their first decision. That's why they get pregnant again.
Never looked at it like that. Never looked at it like that. Now it gives me more sympathy for them because I used to be like, these are some dumb hoes.
So you were the producer for Juniper St.
Yep.
How was that?
Fun. It was my first time executive producing a film. And it won a few awards, right?
5.
Yeah.
5 awards. And we just surpassed 25K views.
Yeah, on YouTube, right? Definitely a fun experience. I enjoyed the cast. I enjoyed working on set and actually getting my foot into the door and seeing like how things move when it comes into that role of being an executive producer and being behind the scenes.
Right. Was you nervous or anxious about any of it?
Nope. I don't really get nervous when it comes to things I love doing. Only if I don't know how, but I felt like I had confidence and like the cast was very welcoming. It wasn't like no one was like, bitch, you don't know what you're doing. It was all ideas. We all laughed. We all had good chemistry on set. So it made my job easier. It made me want to, continue to get into like the film life and see all the different avenues I can take when it comes to that, because before I would focus mainly on like camera work or like acting, but actually being like making decisions for like the light scene of her going into the fake basement, which was a closet. I loved like coming up with the idea to come with the light and stuff. Like it's just fun putting in your input, and then when you actually watch the film, you're like, oh, that's how like it came out really good. So I do think that was like really a fun and interesting experience, especially being up all night doing it and
we
staying
was on site for the duration of the job.
Yes, on site, being there all day, no breaks,
all night.
Little mini here and there, but not. It was like, it was good to watch something get put there all, like, when you put your all into something.
Yeah.
And it made me like super excited to do other things in the industry or just in general, whether that be my own thing or just, So I did love that experience.
What was your favorite part about production?
I think, I would say I enjoyed the scene where we had to cook the meat. I enjoyed doing that, like making the blood and creating the set, especially with what we did and what we used. It was fun being able to tap into that creativity to know like how to make something look realistic and the different takes that we were doing. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was fire.
Definitely a fun production.
I wish you could have came to the premiere.
I know.
The premiere was fire.
That was lit. So like it was inside a movie theater, right? Oh yeah.
And we was at the Ambler Theater.
Yeah.
That joint was
Do you have any other films you're working on?
2.
Which ones?
One is a series, like a limited mini series. They're gonna be like 10 minutes and less. Like I'm thinking maybe 8 or 10 episodes.
Okay.
It's gonna be like a mafia type of show.
That sounds interesting.
Pretty much the right hand man of the mafia boss is looking for his boss's daughter because she ran away. Because she ran away because her dad, the boss, is trying to arrange her to be married to a rival family in the city. But unbeknownst to like everybody, like in the family and all that, the right hand man and the daughter is secretly dead.
Oh, okay. So, it's gonna be on YouTube.
No, I think I'm gonna do straight Amazon for
Amazon for that? That's good.
I think for the most part, I think I'm gonna just do everything on Amazon moving forward.
I can see that.
Yeah, because I feel like we put. Not saying anything is wrong with YouTube at all, because it's not. YouTube is definitely a great place to get your work discovered and straightforward to the point and all that. But I feel like we've came to a point where it's like we need to start receiving more for the work that we do.
Yeah.
And
being compensated for.
Yeah, not even like compensation. Just like I feel like with Amazon, you get more like more of a legacy almost.
I can see that.
And then it shows like other platforms what you're capable of doing too.
Okay. So you excited though for it?
Yeah, for sure.
When are you gonna release it?
I didn't even start filming it yet.
All right, so it's still in the works though. That's good.
Yeah, that's still in the works.
Yeah.
Everything is done. I just literally have to film it. And that's it. So I'm working on that, and then I'm working on another short film. Was you there? You remember that movie I was filming at
Bullhouse Road.
Yeah, there.
Cheap Wine.
Cheap Wine.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
remaking that.
Oh, okay. With the same people?
No, with different people.
Okay.
But this time around, it's called Value.
Value Wine?
No, just Value.
Oh.
It's gonna be called Value.
Okay.
And I want it to be more like, have like a more serious tone to it. Because I feel like Cheap Bomb was like a good like
comedy
proof of concept.
Oh, okay.
But now I want to like actually like dive in.
Get more deep.
Yeah, get more
Okay.
deep into it.
I definitely could see that.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever need somebody to executive produce, here.
Yeah, I was already going to hit you up for that.
Yeah, I'm definitely down. I need to definitely get well now, since the writer's strike is over and the actor strike, I could possibly like start getting back into like film and like looking. I do want to do PR only because I can get into like say if I became a publicist, I can advertise your film, you know,
right.
And then I'll have, you know, build my network and connections to people. It'll get, you know, that's one of the reasons like PR makes some bank. Being publicist and being it like Karen Civil. I'm not sure if you're familiar with her.
No.
She's behind a lot of stuff in the hip hop community and industry. Everyone knows her. She gets certain things pulled. Like everybody knows if you go through Karen Civil, shit gonna get handled. She's a publicist. She's very, very well known in the industry. She's the reason why Dr. J got the Dre beats. The reason why his deal went through. So she does a lot of different things. She does things with Diddy, Meek Mill. I mean, sorry, I'm talking about Diddy, but like, you know, just big people. Jay-Z as well. I think she was one of the people that got like one of the Roc Nation things to happen with the NFL. Like, so she has a lot of strings, and I'm like, wow, just from talking to people, and that's all publicists do. And I feel like I'm able to like communicate in that way, especially, you know, having some type of insight,
right,
learning, you know, especially with film.
Have you worked on any other projects after Juniper St?
I have. I worked on this little documentary. It was for one of these guys in my class, and it was basically on the Philadelphia Lantern Festival last year. Okay. And we just did like I basically produced it. It wasn't it was a documentary, not necessarily like a film, like a scripted film. So we just did documentary, interview people, and I just put it together. I'm still getting my editing game up there, especially since now I, you know, do YouTube on traveling. But
what you use to edit?
Everything. Adobe Premiere, Video Leap. You said Adobe Premiere? What do you use?
DaVinci Resolve. It's free.
DaVinci Resolve. I gotta look into that.
And it's free.
It's free.
You don't gotta pay monthly for it like Adobe.
Adobe, yeah. I do have to pay monthly for that.
Yuck. All right, y'all. We're gonna end the episode there. Thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of Off Black.
Off Black. With my black glasses.
I know we was gone for a little minute, but we're gonna get back consistent with y'all. And like I said, Saalim will be back next episode, so don't even worry about that. And yeah, that's about it.
See you guys.